Hi, everyone. My name is Christine Dykeman, and today we're going to talk about LinkedIn for job seekers. So hopefully you've watched LinkedIn Part 1, Getting Started, Building Your Profile, and LinkedIn 2, Connections and Messaging. This is just for job seekers. So we're going to talk about different ways that you can find jobs using this LinkedIn platform. Most important, there's a lot of information on these slides. Didn't want to leave anything out. So if you would like to take a screenshot of all this information, please look at your keyboard. At the very top, there's a print screen button. Press the print screen button. It's magically in your mouse, and then you can copy and paste it into a Word document so you have it right there. Feel free to take notes as we go along in the process. And if you would like to rewatch the video in case you missed something because there's so much information, absolutely, please do so. To start off with, I'm going to share my screen. That way you can see these slides as we're going through the process. All right, so LinkedIn for job seekers. Remember, this is the third video in the process. The first thing you want to do is make sure you are watching Job Search 1, episodes 1, 2, and 3, and LinkedIn parts 1 and 2. If you start here, you're going to have to redo some information on all of your branding and marketing and networking, resumes, everything. I don't want you to have to redo any work and make your process any longer than it already is. So watch them in order and you will get the most out of it. First, keep in mind, most people think that LinkedIn is a job board. Well, LinkedIn is a job board. No, not really. They have a job board, but it's not all about jobs. LinkedIn is a whole platform with lots of different options. It's a professional networking social media site that happens to have a job board. It's just one small component of LinkedIn. The hidden job market is part of LinkedIn. How you find out about jobs that are available through relationship building and networking. We know networking is the #1 way for you to land a position. Jobs that are posted on our LinkedIn job board, well, a lot of times people don't know about them, and sometimes they do. Keep in mind, the companies that are posting on a LinkedIn job board are usually, not always, but usually big. Why? Because posting on LinkedIn is on the expensive side. I've seen small companies of 5 people post a job on LinkedIn. I've seen medium-sized companies do the same. And I've seen global companies that are Fortune 500 post numerous jobs on the LinkedIn job board. There's all different sizes, but if you're looking for the needle in the haystack that nobody knows about, smaller companies, then LinkedIn might not be the place to go to find out about that job. But the people that work there, they're probably on LinkedIn. So you're not going to necessarily use the job board, but you are going to have conversations leading to networking and relationship building, leading to job opportunities. It all comes back down to LinkedIn. If a recruiter shares a job on their own page, and you know about it because you're connected to a recruiter, 9 times out of 10, the recruiter does not have a company LinkedIn page and is not advertising the job on LinkedIn job board. but they can advertise it on their page. So that is one of the benefits to connecting to recruiters. So who else besides people and recruiters are on LinkedIn? Well, recruiters are not only on LinkedIn, but they're usually using LinkedIn. They're sourcing candidates, passive and not passive, people that are actively looking in job search. They are commenting and posting and sharing information. Hiring managers are also on LinkedIn, but statistics show they're not very active on LinkedIn platform. So recruiters are more active. They are the gatekeeper. Whereas hiring managers, the decision makers, are not so active on LinkedIn. These are statistics from LinkedIn, but you should be aware of who you're going to talk to and who you're trying to get through to. Your goal as a job seeker is to work with recruiters so you can find the correct hiring manager. Have that relationship and conversation with a recruiter to figure out what the corporate culture is like. Do you even want to apply or be considered for a job or to work in that company, right? You're branding yourself to the recruiter so the recruiter can keep you in mind for that job opportunity or other job opportunities that would be a good fit for you. If you're not connected to recruiters, okay, you don't want to connect to them? Okay. However, when you comment and post and you're active on LinkedIn, a recruiter is not necessarily going to see you and what you've said or done because you're not in their network, they're not in your network, so there's no correlation, okay? So being connected to a recruiter makes you more likely to pop up in their feed. And recruiters are spending limited time on LinkedIn. They want to find the best person in the quickest, shortest amount of time qualified for any position. They want to be able to go to bat for you with a company, with a hiring manager. So having a complete profile and using those keywords to not make a recruiter think because they have to make a decision in a split seconds is going to help you in order to land. If you look at the top of your black bar, you're going to see a little briefcase. That is the jobs icon. When you click that jobs icon, LinkedIn loves the little drop downs. You're going to see a drop down. And the job icon will have lots of different things that you can do while you're there. It lets you review jobs that are recommended for you. Now, how would they know what's recommended? Well, they're taking that job description, what is entailed and what are the responsibilities and duties and all those key words, and they're matching it to different profiles. And if it matches your profile because of what you included in your skills, your experience, the words that you used in your about section, LinkedIn makes that match. And so it will share with you, hey, did you know that so-and-so is hiring for this job? And it might be a perfect job for you. It also might be a job that you never even thought would be a good fit for you because it's not a typical job description that you would look at. But what is required of that job matches perfectly for what you do. So take it out. Check it out. You never know. If you want to save a job for later, maybe you're in the grocery store and you're on mobile and you're just kind of scrolling and looking, or in a doctor's office, you can apply right now. You don't have time. but you can save it for later so that you can pick up where you left off because you did review it and you read it and looked at it. You can set up job alerts. Have them contact you every time a new job comes out, or maybe it's once a week, the whole job listings, several different titles that you might be interested in. Using LinkedIn, you could research the salary for a particular job or do skills comparison. What are they looking for? You can use it to build your resume or study interview questions and responses. There's all kinds of things that you can do in the jobs icon through that drop down box. Take a look and see what those options are available to you. When you set up job alerts, you can figure out the filters, the frequency. How often do you want them to contact you? By email. The connections that are listed in the job. Maybe who advertised that job. Maybe you're already connected to them or they're in your second line of connections. How can you reach out to that person to find out more about the position? You're never asking for a job. You're never going to say, hey, I need to get this job. You don't want to sound desperate. However, when you reach out, maybe you're starting a conversation about XYZ job in ABC company, and you're going to figure out who is the best candidate. What are they really looking for? Minus those keywords, right? I definitely recommend, if you haven't already, to download the LinkedIn mobile app. It's free. Put it on your phone so you can use LinkedIn on the go. As you are going through the LinkedIn jobs, you can use that search bar as a Boolean search. You can use it for filters. You can say, I want this job and this job with and or, and just like somebody would do for Google. The more times you reuse a word in your profile, in your experience, in your about section, in your headline, all of those things, the more times, the higher you go up in results. If you use the word once, you're probably going to be at the bottom of those search results, so forth and so on. So keep that in mind. If it's something that you really want, you might want to reuse the word. You would never do that on a resume, but you can in LinkedIn. So replace some of those big words or maybe an industry specific term or a company specific term with what it really means. And you will see increases of your profile being checked out. When you check out job descriptions, think about it. They have the benefit of showing you alumni that are working at that company that went to your school. They could show you connections that you already have that work there. You're connected to XYZ. Maybe your profile matches that job description. There's a lot of different things that it's going to be able to show you. So when you're applying through LinkedIn, a site, a URL, then that will help you to be more successful. Because the goal of LinkedIn when it comes to job alerts and job boards is for you to land. So definitely try and do as much of it as you can right there. So it can help provide you, LinkedIn can help provide you some guidance on how to best stand out. Secret. Why should you bother doing any of this stuff? Well, companies know the benefit. Their single best resource for recruiting talent is referrals from networking, from LinkedIn. They know this. So take advantage of it because they want something quick and and so do you. So win-win situation for both of you. After building those relationships that you may already have, please reach out to your network. Again, you're not asking them for the job, but if you have somebody in common who knows someone, right? Maybe it's first line, maybe it's second line. Reach out to those connections and say, hey, I saw that you're connected to Sally, and Sally posted a job for XYZ, and I'm very interested. Could you connect me with Sally so I can ask her some questions about the position she just advertised? Take it from there. Have that conversation. It puts you in the front of their mind for different jobs that they might know about or hear about, but it also allows you to connect with Sally and have that conversation to learn a little bit more about the company, its culture, its salary, and the job that they're trying to fill. Job seekers with referrals are 4 times more likely to be hired. Did you guys know that? Because that's really important. It's not just hitting submit, submit, submit through any job board. It's not just hitting submit through LinkedIn, but using a referral is 4 times more likely to be hired. And isn't that your goal? You're not just doing it because you have nothing else to do. You can save your resume on your mobile device, on your cell phone. Save it, right? Send it to your own email so you can look it up. Save it to your desktop and laptop. That way you can use an easy apply through LinkedIn. So you might have seen the easy apply button in many other platforms that are available for job seekers. A little bit different with LinkedIn because not only can you easily apply, but you'll be able to contact the poster or the hiring manager and all those things that you would not see on other job platforms. Okay. And we talked about having a referral you're more likely to land. At the bottom of this slide, applicants that apply within the first 3 days of posting are 13% more likely to get the job. So, as quick as you can, if you have your resume saved, it's a lot easier than having to take time to download it and upload it and all that good stuff. You want to have it ready to go. Ways recruiters are using LinkedIn. Well, they're using it the same way you're using it. Think about it from a recruiter side. Pretend you are the recruiter. How would you look for a job? How would you look at your competition? How would you look for someone to fill your opening? The same way that you think of jobs and you filter out companies and you filter out positions and search and do research is the same way a recruiter does their job. They're using LinkedIn the same way you're using LinkedIn. Maybe they're filtering out based on companies that you used to work for. Somebody that worked for J.D. Edwards might be a good match for Merrill Lynch, vice versa. I don't know. What are they looking for? Recruiters might be looking for multilingual proficiency or a veteran or DEI experience. How often do you have those terms in your profile or in your resume, right? When they're doing sourcing and they're trying to find the best person, they're thinking of all of these things, the keywords that you're using, the types of keywords, right? So that's going to help you figure out how to look for those positions and what keywords to include in your profile. Ways to attract recruiters. Who knew there was a way? Well, there is. Maintain an extensive network. That means with recruiters and non-recruiters, because recruiters are going to be more likely to accept any connection requests if you have a large network and you're connected to a lot of people. Because even if you're not the perfect person for their job, I bet somebody you're connected to is, and it will make it that much easier for a recruiter to reach out and speak with them. Be active on LinkedIn. If they look you up and you're not active, or you haven't posted or commented in many, many months, that's a ding, ding, ding that you haven't been on there, and they're not going to consider you as a viable candidate compared to somebody that is active on LinkedIn and using their network. Consider freelance and gig jobs. Why? Because we're going to a project-based economy. And with that said, it may be a few years for all the bells and whistles to kick in, but it's a great way for you to get your foot in the door to establish your reputation, your personal brand, and demonstrate your competencies. While you're doing the gig work or the freelance work, they can make some judgment calls about you and your work. Always give back and write recommendations for others that are in job search, that are not in job search, because one day we're all going to be in job search. So even if it's not right now, it could be tomorrow. Recruiters are rarely looking beyond the 4th page. I mean, think about it. When you're looking for a restaurant, do you ever Google the restaurant because you don't know the phone number or the menu? Do you ever, oh, I can't remember the name of that place? And you're looking page 1, it's not there. Page 2, it's not there. Page 3, well, there's 15 pages. Are you looking past the 4th page? Probably not. Again, recruiters are the same. They're rarely looking beyond that 4th page of results. So your goal is to put the right keywords in your profile so that you're coming up on page 1 or 2 or 3. That's how they can find you. If we're competing with these millions of people that are on this platform, this is a way to push you up. Make sure your profile on LinkedIn is complete. 100% all-star rating. Every single section is ready to go. And your skills are keyword matches, matching what a job description might say, right? So develop that strong network, engage with them, and comment and post consistently. That is all going to help you to rise to the top. Right now, people say, hey, there's so many jobs, you can get a job. Well, it's still a really tough job market out there. Because even though there are more jobs than there are people, the quality of applicants is much higher than it used to be. So there is a lot of competition for a position. It's not you. The quality of the people applying is much higher. How do you increase your quality? Those keywords. Where do you need to be, and who do you need to be talking to get through the system? That's what it all comes down to. Best practices. Remember I said in the very beginning, you want to take a screenshot? Well, there is a lot of information on this page. So I highly recommend hitting that print screen and copy, paste into your Word document. All this information, best practices for finding a job on LinkedIn. It's not just about going to that job board. Remember, 80% of people land a job from networking, not from applying online. LinkedIn is not a job board. LinkedIn is a social media professional networking site. That is loaded, right? Lots of words. However, they happen to have a job board. So yes, it's one way to apply for a job, one way for you to land a position. But all the other ways that we have talked about in all the different job search workshops, episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're on number 8 now. There's a lot of different ways, but that's the hidden job market. And that's what's going to help you. Now, I like free. I'm a big free girl. And I tell everyone, if you could do it for free, do not pay. And if you have to pay, you gotta pay retail. It better be on the clearance rack with a coupon. Don't pay retail, guys. Big free girl. However, LinkedIn Premium. People ask me all the time, should I pay? Should I pay? You get a month free. What do you think? What do you think? Well, here's the scoop. LinkedIn Premium for job seekers. You have to decide. It depends. Is it worth it to pay? It depends. If you are thinking about paying the premium, well, the baseline premium is Career LinkedIn Premium account. With that, you become a featured applicant when you apply to jobs. So it kind of pushes you to the top of the pile because you're paying, as opposed to everybody else that is applying for that job. With Career LinkedIn Premium, you get 3 extra in-mail credits. So maybe you have a recruiter that you would like to talk to, but they're not connected to anybody in your network. How do you talk to them? They're willing to accept a conversation and a message, but you've already used up all of your messages for this month because of the free account. Under the Career LinkedIn Premium, you get 3 extra mail credits. So you can talk to 3 different recruiters per month versus 2 free in-mails with the basic plan. So there's a little bit more incentive. You can also see who viewed your profile for the past 90 days versus 5 days for basic. And if they view you in hidden mode, it may say what could be interesting profile view as opposed to a blank one, right? Or somebody that has their profile hidden. So it could be a parallel industry, it could be a CEO or a recruiter. Interesting could mean a little bit more than just anybody, right? In addition, with the Career LinkedIn Premium account, you can learn for free. So you won't have to pay at all any of the information to upskill yourself. You get access to over 16,000 LinkedIn learning courses. Right there could be worth it, okay? Even if you're not in job search. All right, so job search premium insights. How do your skills and qualifications compare you to other candidates? Well, if you upgrade, they're going to tell you how many other applicants for that particular position, the top 10 skills that they have. Is it Microsoft Excel or just Excel? Does your profile match those skill sets word for word? Not with an LY, not with an AL, not with, is it word for word? What about the people that did apply? What is their seniority level? What is their education they're coming to the table with? How do you compare to that? Where are they from? Their location versus your location. There's a lot of things insights that you're going to get with the career premium as opposed to the free account. So when you're in job search, it depends, it may be beneficial for you to consider getting the career premium account to get some more information. Now, with a career plan, it does cost $19.99 a month, but all of this stuff is spelled out. So this is in your privacy settings, the little edit button. And when you scroll down, the drop down boxes for different places, and that might be a benefit for you. So you have to read them and see what all the plans are and if it will benefit your situation at that time. We know LinkedIn is agile. They're changing and changing again and changing again, and they take stuff away and bring stuff back. Well, these are just the latest additions to what they offer and have taken away. But in 2 months, it might be something different. And 2 more months, it might be something different again. So it's really good for you to go into your account and not just comment and post and share, but see what you can do and follow LinkedIn consultants on LinkedIn platform to see what they're saying and find out what the new and cool things are that you can do and you can't do. That's all we have for today. Thank you so much for coming, watching the video, rewatching the video, whatever it is that pertains to you and your situation. I appreciate that. And I hope that this has been helpful in your job search. Please land and land quickly. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye.